Republicans in the House of Representatives are still scrambling to try to figure out how to not shut the government down, which honestly really should be kind of the first thing they do. But, not shutting down the place you work seems to be very difficult for Republicans, so it is what it is, and it is not great. So we are still waiting on Republicans to come together and get us some kind of continuing resolution so that we can keep the government funded beyond September 30th. But there's a wrinkle in things, of course, because Donald Trump wants the Republicans to shut down the government. And last week you had Republican Senator Mitch McConnell say that this would be politically stupid. And you had some Republican murmurs in the House, maybe this isn't a good idea, maybe we should just fund it, but nobody really speaking out against Donald Trump. Well, things change this week, of course, as the deadline gets closer by the minute, and now Republicans are willing to speak out about Donald Trump encouraging them to shut down the government, and they, much like Mitch McConnell, agree that this is very stupid. Except one Republican went further than saying it's politically stupid, and he said it is galactically stupid. Here is what Republican Representative Mike Garcia told NBC. He said, quote, "It is, in my opinion, galactically stupid to do a government shutdown even after an election. Before an election, it's even worse. It's self-immolating as a party if we do that right before an election." Republican Representative Don Bacon also says, "Shutting down the government is bad politics, bad governance." And of course, it all comes down to Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson, who desperately wants to do Trump's bidding. Johnson says that he recently met with Donald Trump to, figure things out a little bit. And according to Johnson, here's how it went. I've had a lot of conversations with President Trump. I won't divulge all of that, but he understands the situation that we're in. He is doggedly determined to ensure that election security remains a top priority, and I am as well, which is why I put the SAVE Act with the continuing resolution. No, you put the SAVE Act as part of the continuing resolution because you're terrified of Donald Trump. And now, like an idiot, you have gotten yourself stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you can either keep going with Donald Trump and shut down the government and definitely lose the House in November, or the other option. And the other option, of course, is one that doesn't get talked about enough, but this is what Republicans are really afraid of. Even being more afraid of a government shutdown, Republicans are afraid that if they don't shut down the government and they do pass a continuing resolution that does not contain the SAVE Act, they're afraid that Donald Trump is then going to torpedo their campaigns, because that's what he'll do. He'll get on Truth Social. Hell, maybe he'll even jump on Twitter this time since Truth Social is dead. And he'll go after these Republicans one by one. He'll call them out. He'll name names. He'll call them weak. He will call them cowards. He will let voters know that they let you down. Do not send these people back to Congress. And the MAGA factions in those states will take their vengeance out at the voting booth. So at this point, there's no good outcome. There is no, politically speaking for Republicans, there's no good outcome. Because what do? Do you not pass the SAVE Act and then witness Donald Trump's wrath? Or do you think that somehow you're going to be able to talk Donald Trump off of the ledge that he's on and get him to realize that, hey, wait a minute, let's not be morons? Because that's impossible. Donald Trump has dug in. He has made it clear. He wants the shutdown. Consequences be damned. Trump knows what he's up against. But as per usual, he doesn't care. Because a government shutdown would, in fact, impact the Republicans. They are the ones who are struggling in the House to get anything done. They've passed the fewest number of bills in history. And this is the 7th time they have pushed us to the brink of a government shutdown. Trump doesn't care about what happens to them because it's probably not going to affect him. With the House of Representatives, we are, of course, talking district by district. So if you have one district where voters, MAGA voters, on Trump's orders, vote against the Republicans, you could flip that seat. Maybe. This is all hypothetical, of course. But what's not going to happen is that those same MAGA voters on Trump's orders who vote against the Republican House candidate are not going to vote against him. So Trump is still going to get their votes. Trump is still going to get what he needs. Those Republicans in the House, on the other hand, are not. So it doesn't matter to Donald Trump. He doesn't care that this is going to cost Republicans. He doesn't care that they're calling it galactically stupid or politically stupid or just plain regular stupid. The only thing that matters to Donald Trump is that he gets his way. And by the way, for Speaker Johnson to even be calling Donald Trump and talking about this, that's stupid too. He doesn't hold a seat of power in the government. He is literally a private citizen who happens to be a candidate, but his opinion on what the House of Representatives does right now does not matter. What does matter is that you idiots keep the government running so that we don't tank the U.S. economy. But apparently that concept is a little too difficult for Mike Johnson to grasp. One of today's video sponsors is Lumen. If you're trying to lose fat or get leaner, then listen up, because this one's for you. If you're weightlifting, getting in your cardio and doing it all, from tracking your macros and meal prepping to taking your whey protein and creatine, but still not seeing the results you wanted, then the reason why might surprise you. It most likely has to do with your metabolic flexibility. I've been using Lumen for the past few weeks to help me understand how my body is burning energy. Am I burning carbs or I'm burning fat? And Lumen can help tell you that so that you understand where your body is in your journey. Whether, again, you're trying to lose weight or just get leaner or build muscle, Lumen can help you unlock your body's potential. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. With just one breath, first thing in the morning, Lumen can measure your metabolism. It lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs and gives you tailored guidance to improve your nutrition, workouts, sleep, and stress management. No more cookie-cutter, one-size-fits-all nutritional plans. Lumen lets you know what's happening in your body in real time and builds you a personalized health plan based on your real-time data. Lumen gives you macro recommendations based on what's going on with your metabolism that day, so you can fuel your body with what's best for you. Then, right before a workout, just breathe into Lumen and it will tell you if you are burning carbs or fat. Lumen will tell you if you need to carb up before your workout for an energy boost or if you're all set to go. Using this biofeedback, Lumen puts you in the most optimal state to get the most out of your workouts. In the long run, these small changes really do add up, and it makes all the difference when trying to lose excess fat, gain muscle, and improve your metabolic health. So if you want to take the next step to a healthier, more fit version of yourself, go to lumen.me/ROF or just click the link below and you'll get 15% off your Lumen. That's lumen.me/ROF to get 15% off your Lumen device.